Hello, everyone! Happy New Year! It is Self Care Sunday and the first. Yes, the new year starts now. Are you ready? Are you ready to make it happen? How are you today? What are you grateful for this first day? This first day of January 2023. Tell me what you are grateful for and what is happening in your world. That is what I want to know. Ooh, let's get my screens all going here. If I can do this correctly here. Oops, I'm there. Come on here, big screens. There. All righty. Great to be here with you on this first day. I am excited. I'm going to even throw a few of those in there. Woo woo! That is what I'm talking about here tonight. Now that I got my comment screens up and I got my other screen. Off today to plan for the new year. All right, Kitty, I know. I love it. And I love that you've been planning already. I love that you've been working this new year. We overall away from our desk today, but couple of things. But overall, we've had a down day. Although the stores have been open, which is always a good thing. Always good to have the stores open because for some reason we pay rent on this day. We pay rent. Hey, Kelly, Happy New Year. Great to have you here tonight live. Did you catch the replay of the other night where I was talking about you? Did you catch the replay the other night? I've been meaning to email you. So thankful for you. Glad to have you here tonight. Hope all is well in your house as we start this new year, people. We start this new year. That is what we're doing, and we are starting it strong. So I am going to get started here with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is where we start every night. And tonight we're on page 174, and it's perfect. I like the headline in this. Perfect. Don't make excuses. Champions don't focus on the faults of others. They focus on what they can do better. They see their mistakes and defeats as opportunities for growth. As a result, they become stronger, wiser, and better. No matter how tired you feel, no how much you want to quit, no matter what obstacles in your way, keep moving towards the vision you have for your future. If you can see it, you can create it. If you have a vision, you also have the power to make it happen. I literally do not make up. I just open to the page. Yes, your dad is now famous, and I'm going to share that with some of the politician friends that I know in Massachusetts. I just love it. I love it. I'm going to wear it to all my Massachusetts. Anytime I get the opportunity to meet with somebody in Massachusetts, I'm going to wear that. I am. I really love it. Maybe I'll get it wear it Friday. Friday I'm supposed to have a meeting with the mayor. So maybe not state, not fully at the state level, but he's there. We are broadcasting that on both Facebook and YouTube. If you have any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. I am there, right there. Let me straighten that camera. Now I'm even straight on that camera. But how do we build a better 2023? How do we make that happen? Okay, it is in your power. That's what I love about this. Earth Day on a Saturday is definitely an opportunity, and that's part of planning. That is part of planning, the opportunity to plan now. And Angie will give you lots of great ideas for Earth Day promotions and ways to promote in our circular economy. But that is the whole idea. But first, before you plan for the future, you have to reflect on what was. You have to look backwards so you can move forward. You have to understand the path that you travel. You have to understand the path that you traveled that was 2022. And I've seen things, oh, last year was a difficult year or was a challenging year. There's always challenges. There's always challenges. Your best is always ahead of you. And I do not, that is so important. Your best days aren't behind you. You hear sometimes people like, oh, those were the days back in high school or the 50s or the same, whatever. You can pick any time to long for better days, but the best days, long for the better days that are ahead of you. Better days are ahead. And amazing things will happen when you focus on that. But you learn from where you succeeded last year. You learn from where you traveled. 12% in 2022. That's awesome, Kitty. I love that. I love that. Um, I love that. I think that is awesome. I think that is awesome. Um, you learn and you have to look at that and you look at what made you better. Where did you fall short? What areas of your store fell short? What areas of your business plan fell short? Okay, not meeting all your goals is okay. Okay, every goal should not be a home run and should not be so easily achievable because if they are, if you are hitting every goal, if you are knocking it out of the park every time, you are not dreaming big enough. You are not dreaming big enough. So dream bigger. Okay, it's okay to dream bigger. And because it is possible. Live in today and dream bigger. But you do that with the knowledge that you accumulate in the past year. You knew that with the knowledge of the path that you traveled. Okay, what you did between your dash last year. And you do that. And that is how you continue to grow. That is how you continue to grow. That is how you grow a better team, a better store, and a better life of excellence. Is learning and then dreaming big. What are you going to do? What are your big dreams for this year? What are your big dreams? Is it to grow sales? Is it to grow profit? Is it to be? Is it to grow return visits? So is it to grow the number of times somebody's checking out with you? What is your goal? Right. You keep on moving your goals forward. Okay. And that isn't to push the goalposts out. Okay. Okay, but that is to keep things relative because you got to remember when you shoot for the moon, you might just land among the stars. Okay, so shooting for the moon is okay. Okay, and your goal shouldn't be something that it gets accomplished in one day or 1 week. Okay, your basic goal, we tend to set for our stores, and Angie and I talk about this, and we do this for ourselves in our business, in business for Angie and myself, and in my own stores, we do this. Okay, we tend to set, 3 to 5 big goals a year, big, audacious, like this would be, if this was possible, this would change the way we operate. This would make things better. Okay, and we set those out and we don't have all the answers on how to solve them. Okay, it's not just a money thing. If I had enough money, that's just a BS thing. Okay, it is, but it isn't. Okay, I mean, money matters. You need resources. Okay, you need people. Okay, no great thing happens by yourself. I mean, the smaller you are in the early days of your business, that the harder you work, the more money the business makes and you ultimately make. But as you grow your business, okay, the more you work on your business, the more it grows, the more money you make. The more you work on your business, and that becomes very key to things. That becomes very key to things, and is operationally part of what we try to help you focus on because it is so important to do that. And it's not just about the top number. I mean, you will hear all sorts of things posts in the other retail groups and everything else. Oh, my sales were up this much and that. Well, how much did I keep? Because that's what matters. At the end of the day, one of the things I use is I work with stores that do. $200,000. I work with stores that have done 2 million a year. So I've worked with them like one back to back of the other, and I've had stores making 200,000 in sales, actually making more money than the stores doing 2 million a year. So don't worry about what's shiny on the other. The grass is always greener on the other side thing, because what's greener is in your own pasture, making your pasture and your path the best it can be. I like the letter that's going around the internet right now, and I've seen it posted a number of places from the Southwest pilot. And if you haven't seen it, it is a worthwhile letter to read. Okay, and I'm going to one. I don't know if it's a true letter from a true Southwest pilot, but the premise of the letter is right there, and it's right there with so many companies. And I often talk about this, the premise that's within this letter, okay, from the Southwest pilot about what has gone wrong at Southwest. Okay, I talk about it and I use General Motors as an example. Although I could pick from countless companies, but I use GM as an example all the time. But I could pick Sears, I could pick Kmart, okay, who were all industry titans of their industry, okay, innovators, disruptors of their time, okay. There was a time where Kmart was the disruptor, okay. I know it, a nothing like that anymore, but there was a time where Kmart was the disruptor, okay. And this is where staying innovative matters. Okay, yes, numbers matter. I'm viewed as the numbers guy. I'm viewed as the pink calculator guy. But numbers have their place. Numbers have their place as a measuring tool, not as the only management tool in your tool belt. It can't. I think of Batman and his utility belt, but maybe that's the young guy in me, and all the things in there. And numbers are one component of that. And GM is such a perfect example. I love this letter because it's from the Southwest pilot, and if you haven't read it, it's all over the internet. Not hard to find. Hey, happy New Year, Michelle. Great to have you here. Thinking about you. I hope all is well with you in Virginia. But I use the example of GM because GM, what bankrupted GM is that what is cited in this letter from the Southwest Airlines is that they were getting run by the accountants. Okay, GM started being run by the accountants, and from the accounting perspective, much like what is happening at Southwest, according to this pilot. Okay, you manage GM. The accountants were like, "Oh my God, we can make so much more money." The bean counters, as I call them. Okay, and I with my calculator would get lumped into that. Okay, the bean counters would say, "You know what? This knob right here. If we use this on a Pontiac and on a Chevy and a GMC and a Cadillac and the Corvette, you know how much money we will save if we use the exact same knob on each one of those vehicles? How much money? And across all the knobs that are in all those cars, you know how much money we will save and how much profit we will bring back to this company?" And from a numbers perspective, they were right. Those accountants, those bean counters, they were right. They got the calculator out. Okay, but the pink calculator's got a heart too. Okay, it's not all about the numbers, it's about the people, it's about the process. It is not just about the numbers. The accountants were just about the numbers. They managed the entire company by the numbers. And the reality is, the guy that's driving a Pontiac didn't want the same button as the guy that drove a Chevy, nor did the guy driving a GMC or an Oldsmobile. And certainly the guy that was driving the Cadillac didn't want the same button in his car that was in the Pontiac. And oh my God, the Corvette buyer is completely different. So they started designing cars. GM was designing cars that nobody wanted to buy. That is why GM went bankrupt. That is why GM went bankrupt. It is so important in leadership. Okay. And as you prepare and you plan for your 2023, it is so important. What I list is one of my important jobs for my stores, and my job has diminished, especially over the this last year, and will diminish more the next year as I spend more time developing you. I have put myself out of a job, but my most important job is to get the right people on my team, get them in the right seat on the buses. Okay, I'm the driver of the bus. You are the driver of the bus for your company. Get the right team on your bus. Get them in the seat on the bus. Then you have to, okay, which goes right to what this Southwest pilot says. You have to give them all the tools they need to do their job, and that's one thing. As people have, my team will tell you if they could argue for something that they needed, I have never denied them if they can make a legitimate argument of why they needed it. I've always gotten them the tools they need. You need the right tools so that they can do your job. They can do their job, and most importantly, they need you not to micromanage them, and they need you to get the heck out of the way. That is my job. Make sure that I have the right people on the bus, okay? That I know where this bus is going, that I have them in the right seat, that they have all the tools they need, and to continually be reevaluating that, looking for better tools, looking for things that will make things faster, quicker, better, okay, that will help the overall goals. That is your goals for 2023. How do you help them do that? What tools do they help do? We are looking at part of our home decor receiving process now in my stores, and how do we reinvent that to process things faster and more efficiently, get them to the floor faster, get them processed on our website faster, make that shorten that whole process. How do we make that better? And it's pretty efficient the way it is, but how do we make that better? Is one of our processes for 2023 that we're looking at. And we are making incremental steps towards that. But it is not the big leaps, it is these incremental, slight changes, big results, multiplication over time. So numbers do play a part, multiplication over time, okay? And head you to your results. So that is what you're thinking. What are the 3 to 5 things, big things, that would transform your business in 2023? That would transform you, that would make you more profitable, that would help you serve your customers better, that would help you serve your team better, that would help you serve your mission better. That is what I challenge you to be thinking about. That is what I challenge you to be thinking about and working on. Because when you work on that, great things will follow. Great things will follow, and an amazing year will follow. Okay, it'll be a blur, but you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe all the things we accomplished. So that is why you stop and you first look at all the things that happened in 2022 and all your accomplishments and all the great things, and you celebrate that. You celebrate the greatness. You celebrate where you learned and you fell short and you learned. Okay, you celebrate where you came out on top. Okay, and you celebrate the team that has brought you to 2023 and the great things that are ahead of you. Because there are many, many great things ahead of you and great blessings. Will there be headwinds? Will there be challenges? Headwinds is the wrong word. Will there be challenges? You bet you. There's no straight path to greatness. There's no straight path to be the person you will be at the end of 2023. There's no straight path. But there's lots of ways that we are going to make it happen in the next year. There's lots of ways. And we are going to continue to step you through that, because that is what we do. We walk a path together. We walk this path together, and that is what's so exciting. As we grow ourselves, our minds, our teams, our stores, and the life that you want to live. Never in my wildest dreams that a few years ago I think we go to Disney as much as we do now. Okay, I mean, we go to Disney all the time. But whatever that dream is, whatever that process is, brings amazing things. And that is what is so exciting. That is what is so exciting to see how you and your team transform. Time and time again, you reinvent yourself, and that is what this new year, this birth of a new year, gives us a time to reinvent yourself and not be the same store, the same business, the same people you were in 2023. Keep your core essence, but take it to the next level and make it happen. That is the underlying thing. I was asked the other day, what is my mantra for 2023, and my mantra for 2023 is make it happen. My mantra is make it happen because it applies to everything. When you work on making it happen, when you take ownership that it is within you and within your power to make it happen, okay, the excuses fall by the wayside. All the things that stand in your way fall by the wayside. Okay. The path becomes clearer. Yes, there will be challenges along the way, but you will make it happen because you will persevere. You will step forward and you will continue making it happen. And that is what is so exciting. That is incredibly exciting and incredibly powerful. And that is what I am so excited for as we move into 2023. And there's going to be lots of exciting things in this year, and lots of great things. Keep your head out of the news because that's negativity. When it bleeds, it leads, is what they say, and they love bleeding. And bleeding doesn't mean blood in and of itself, but it means they love talking about people's blood, sweat, and tears falling apart. They love talking about business failure. They love talking about economic failure. They love talking about, true blood. Okay, they love talking about all that, but that doesn't help you stay focused and stay on top and stay moving forward. So know enough of what's going on in the world so that your head's not in the sand, but don't get preoccupied with it, and don't take that truth as the truth of what's happening in your economic world, your sports world, your business world. Because quite honestly, the best years for resale are ahead of it. The best years for your business are ahead of it. And it is so true. And I am so excited to be on this journey with you. I am pumped, people, for an amazing 2023. That is what I'm telling you. And you all give me that energy and excitement. That is why I am here. That is why I am here. But you know what else I'm excited for? This video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. Where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell. Ring the bell. You know when another one drops. You can also share with all of your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You know when another one drops. Yes, indeed. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at 4 8 ish. Not traveling this week, not traveling. So I will be here on Wednesday. And next Sunday, I'm not traveling for a bit yet. So I'm around. Middle of the month, I think I might have a day somewhere in there. But I am not, I have a few weeks rounded at my desk getting stuff done here. And I am excited for that. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil, at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start. Tonight we're on page 174. Don't make excuses. Champions don't focus on the flaws of others. They focus on what they can do better. They see their mistakes and defeats as opportunities for growth. As a result, they become stronger, wiser, and better. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how much you want to quit, no matter what obstacles in your way, keep moving towards the vision you have for your future. If you can see it, you can create it. If you have a vision, you also have the power to make it happen. I think I'd write this book. I just open these pages. Your power does not come from your job, uniform, career, status, circumstance, fame, or the label people give you. Your power comes from your heart, soul, spirit, passion, and love that exists inside you. And you are more powerful than you think. Yes, you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I am I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah. I guess I got to plan a wedding. I'm getting invited to a wedding. So I hear. I'm at least going to get asked to pay for a wedding. We know that. But until Wednesday at more 8 than is, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running the store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday. It's time for dessert.